Hi there mga bagets! Gusto mo bang matutunan kung paano ang multiplication and division of fractions? Panoorin mo to para malaman mo. Umpisahan natin sa multiplication of fractions. Paano nga ba minumultiply ang fractions? To multiply fractions, ang ginagawa lang natin is to multiply the numerators divided by the product of the denominators, or numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. Here are some examples. First, 2/3 times 1/5 is equal to what fraction? So, ang gagawin natin is to multiply the numerators, 2 times 1, over the denominators, 3 times 5. 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 5 is 15, so we have 2 over 15. Next example, if you have 5 over 7 times negative 1 over 8, ganun ulit ang gagawin natin. 5 times negative 1 over 7 times 8. Kung mapapansin mo, magkaiba ng signs ang 5 and negative 1. Gagamitin ulit natin ang ating kaalaman dito sa pagmumultiply ng signed numbers. Tandaan, kung positive times positive, positive ang sagot. Pero kung ang isa ay positive, ang isa ay negative, ang sagot natin ay negative. So, 5 times negative 1 will result to negative 5. 7 times 8 is 56. So, our final answer will be negative 5 over 56. Another one. Negative 4 over 10 times 1 over 9. So, dahil magkaiba ng sign ang fractions natin, isang negative, isang positive, we are already expecting na ang sagot natin ay negative fraction. So, ganun pa rin ang mangyari. Numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. So, negative 4 times 1 over 10 times 9 will be negative 4 over 90. Kaya lang, ang 4 over 90 ay hindi pa naka-simplest form. So, kailangan pa natin itong i-convert into simplest form by getting the greatest common factor of 4 and 90. Ang greatest common factor ng 4 and 90 ay 2. So, i-divide natin both 4 and 90 by 2. Ang magiging sagot natin ay negative 2 over 45. Halimbawa, negative 6 over 14 times negative 35 over 18. Kung masyado nang malaki ang ating numbers, hindi ko maire-recommenda ang numerator times numerator over denominator times denominator. Ang pwede kong isuggest ay to cancel first bago tayo mag-multiply. Meaning, cancellation muna, tanggalin muna ang common factors bago natin i-multiply yung ating fractions. So, for this case, kung mapapansin mo, ang 6 and 14 ay may common factor. Ganun din, mayroon ding common factors ang 6 at 18. May common factors din ang 35 at 14. So, ang gagawin natin, i-cancel muna natin ang mga common factors na ito bago tayo mag-proceed sa multiplication. Okay, so paano natin gagawin yan? Ganito. Ang gagawin natin, kunin ang common factor ng 6 and 18. Ang common factor ng 6 and 18 ay 6. That is the greatest common factor or GCF. So, ang greatest common factor ay ipang-divide natin sa 6 at 18. So, 6 divided by 18, 1 na lang ang matitira. 18 divided by 6, 3 na lang ang matitira. Ganon din ang gagawin natin sa next pair. Let's have 35 and 14. What is the greatest common factor of 35 and 14? Ang greatest common factor ng 35 and 14 ay 7. So, i-divide natin ang 35 by 7, you'll get 5. 14 divided by 7 will get 2. So, mayroon na lamang tayong 1, 5, 2, and 3. Yun na lamang ang imong multiply natin. So, 1 times 5 over 2 times 3. Therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 over 6. Bakit positive yung sagot natin? Kasi, ang given kanina ay dalawang negative numbers. Negative times negative is positive. Kaya, positive 5 over 6. Another example. 2 and 1 over 6 times negative 1 and 9 over 10. So kapag ganitong mga examples, ang tawag natin dito ay mixed numbers. So ang una natin kailangan gawin is to change the mixed numbers to improper fractions. Paano ba yon? Halimbawa, yung 2 and 1 over 6 sa improper fraction, ito ay magiging 13 over 6. Nakuha iyan by multiplying 6 times 2 and then plus 1. 6 times 2 plus 1, so 13. And then kinopya lang natin yung 6 times the improper fraction of negative 1 over 10, 1 and 9 over 10. So therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 19 over 10. So yun ay 10 times 1 plus 9, kaya nakuha yung 19, and then kinopya lang yung 10. Negative 19 over 10 kasi negative 1 and 9 over 10 yung original fraction. Okay, so pag nagawa mo na yan, ang kailangan mo na lang i-check muna ay kung mayroon bang pwedeng i-cancel. Since wala namang pwedeng i-cancel, then we shall proceed to multiplying the numerators and the denominators. So negative 13 times 19 over 6 times 10 will get negative 247 over 60, or in mixed number form, this will be equivalent to negative 4 and 7 over 60. How about division of fractions? Ganito naman sa division of fractions. To divide fractions, if you have dividend divided by divisor, ang gagawin natin, isusulat muna natin siya as dividend times the reciprocal of the divisor. Para mas maintindihan mo, ganito siya in a different way. If you have A over B divided by C over D, gagawin natin itong A over B times D over C. Kinopya lang yung unang fraction times reciprocal ng pangalawang fraction. Pag sinabi mong reciprocal, pinagpapalit mo lang ng pwesto ang numerator at denominator. Okay, so halimbawa, 9 over 6 divided by 3 over 12. So, gagawin natin kopyahin ng una, 9 over 6, times the reciprocal of 3 over 12, which is 12 over 3. Pag nagawa mo na yung unang step na yan, hanapin mo lang kung mayroon bang pwedeng i-cancel. So, for this case, pwede nating i-cancel ang common factors ng 9 and 3. Ang common factor nito ay 3, so i-divide natin ang 9 by 3, we'll get 3. 3 divided by 3, we'll get 1. Ang 6 at 12 ay may common factor din, which is 6. So, 12 divided by 6 is 2. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So, ang natitira na lamang ay 3 times 2 over 1 times 1. 3 times 2 over 1 times 1 is 6 over 1. Or, that will be equivalent to 6. Another example. Negative 4 over 10 divided by 5 over 18. Ganun ulit ang gagawin natin. Kopyahin ang una times reciprocal ng pangalawa. So, we have negative 4 over 10 times 18 over 5. Okay, so tingnan ulit, mayroon bang pwedeng makancel sa mga numbers natin? Okay, so dahil mayroong common factor ang 18 and 10, which is 2, ika-cancel natin iyon sa dalawa. So, 18 divided by 2 is 9. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Wala naman ng ibang may common factor, so i-multiply na natin yan. So, negative 4 times 9 over 5 times 5, mayroon tayong negative 36 over 25. Nakuha mo ba? Next time ulit. Happy learning!